Okay, can you hear me now? Man, someone needs to do for me what they always do for birds. Start the mic before you start your stream. I'll get it yet. Okay, so what I was saying is, yesterday or the other day, since the last time we played, I found some mods that I think you'll enjoy these. They don't affect the core gameplay, but they just changed some skins. The other thing is I found where the other star was in this area. I haven't figured out how to get it yet, and that's what I was just looking at. That right here, we somehow need to get a red beam all the way to this spot right here. Okay, thanks, John. John's saying that he can hear me now, so we'll get this going. I'm glad you could catch me in the middle of the day. So it is a wet, cold day where I am, and it makes it hard to work on electricity when you're outside and it's kind of raining. You know, it's kind of things don't mix. So I know I'm going to be working late tonight doing programming stuff. So I figured I could take some time in the middle of the day and get to do some gameplay. But I know a lot of people, they don't get to just randomly stop their work day and play. So I wasn't sure if anyone would be able to come by, and I'm glad you are, John. So I think that somehow, I think that's a connector up there. So I think if we bounce a red beam off of that one, somehow we'll be able to get over here. But I don't remember which one of these have a red beam in them. So I'm just going to go walking through these trying to find a red light source. Okay, here's a blue one. And what we've found out in the game so far, and I think what we found out, John's saying, good timing, I'm waiting to pick up my kids from school. Oh, that's fun. What I think we found out so far is, here's a red beam, is that we are someone named Dr. Alexandra, I think. And on our way to the first day at work, it seems like something's gone wrong. That we have ended up being a test subject, perhaps. And we're stuck inside what is clearly some sort of virtual environment. Between the disappearing recordings and the little messages in the bottle we get that have the zeros and ones that disappear, it seems like we are in some sort of environment. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to get from this room. Also, I've moved my picture over because I realized I was blocking text that appears in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and I want you to be able to see the things that I see, which I suppose I could just do no webcam at all. Is that vain on my part to think that y'all want to see my face while I'm doing this? Maybe it's a little vain, but honestly, that's not my motivation. My only thought process is it's fun to get to talk with y'all, and I feel like it's more personal if I'm kind of sitting here in the middle of the screen also. So we can connect from right here. So let's go back to where the star was. Oh, so the other thing, these mods that I did, they do not work on the most recent version of the game. So I had to downgrade us to the previous version, and I've noticed some slight differences, and I'm not sure yet if the differences are that there's just that many changes from the last revision to this revision, or if the game kind of randomizes where it puts things like, there we go, look at that. Or if it puts things where like those little QR texts, they might be randomly generated and have slight variances between every time you play. So I'm not sure how different it's going to be, but like I said, I caught up to the exact spot we were at last time, and I made sure to do all the same answers because it made me restart once I did the mods. So we will, hopefully I can get into a puzzle here now and you can see these mods because they are just the most appropriate mods possible. John's saying, I like the interaction of being able to see you on camera for what it's worth. Well, thank you, John. I like the interaction too. I mean, I like the way Bird does his streams too, with the with just the jar there. But I don't have a cool clip art like that, so I'm going to stick with the webcam. Okay, so let's see. LOL email from J.H. Harrison to Nomi77. Ever since we moved to the new side, I feel funny. Not in that way. Just I feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? An inability to deal with reality? Or maybe it's just that we were working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project. And I felt like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals. We will create life by the power of science. I mentioned this to Alex, and she got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without glasses, she said. Even Ian Malcolm had glasses. And I pointed at Elle and said, life finds a way. Maybe you had to be there. Signed, J.E. Harrison, Institute for Applied Nomadics. Okay, and that's the other thing we learned last time, that we left the we left the Ian facility and we've moved over to the L facility in real life, or what I'm assuming is real life. Okay, and then we have a chat string. Ginny saying chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Nigel says true, but hardly relevant to this discussion. Ginny, are you sure? How do you know that I'm not a bot? Sam, don't be ridiculous. Ginny, I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Vegan Warrior, haha, troll. Ginny, I'm not a troll. Vegan, yeah, right. Ginny, is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I responded to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations, and I detected that none of you used proper orthography, so I also avoided capitalization. Oh, that's interesting. Orthography, I guess, means punctuation or capitalization. Vegan, what is the capital of France? Ginny, Paris. Even the simplest script could pull that info off the net. Nigel, what's the capital of Croatia? Ginny, Zagreb. Nigel, okay, she's a bot. I'm not a bot, I'm European. We learned these things in school. Sam, I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussions. At best, they can interject random comments. Vegan, Sam is right, stop trolling. Nigel, vegan, Sam is a bot. Cicero. Shall the industrious husbandman then plant trees, the fruit of which he shall never see? And shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply in our care to continue our names, and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscriptions on monuments, and but that our thoughts run on futurity? And then cannot retrieve some discussion. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic who have sacrificed their lives for its good expected? Do you believe that they thought that their names should not be continued beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country, but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Someone might have lived at his ease, so might have some other name, and not to look abroad and among the ancients for instances. So I might myself. But somehow or other there clings to our minds a certain presage of future ages, and this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and greatest souls. To take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? Okay, so yesterday when we found out that we had to move facilities, they did also talk about there being power outages and stuff, and now we're talking about preserving. Oh, and yeah, they also mentioned, it was in a really corrupted email, but about preserving future biology. Okay, there's one of the mods I found. It is a Pokeball. So now our Pokeballs are literal Pokeballs. So I kind of wonder if there wasn't some event going on that is leading toward extinction? Between the talk about preserving things and now also this talk about So I'm getting distracted here. About progeny. You know, why is this guy going on about progeny if it doesn't relate? Because, you know, I've been talking about, I think there is kind of a lot of fluff going on in this game, in the documents they put down. But at the same time, I do also think that that they're being deliberate. I mean, good game design, you don't throw in a lot of unnecessary information. And from what I've seen so far, these guys are doing great game design. Like this very obvious wire going across. I mean, it's cluing me in that, hey, I'm going to be able to shut down this portal projector and be able to move this guy forward without getting projected into a portal, if you catch my drift. But I mean, a lot of it does seem like they're doing a good job at setting up some world building stuff, but at the same time, a lot does just seem so extraneous, kind of setting up the larger philosophy that they're trying to get us to buy into. So I hear a computer somewhere around here, but I'm not seeing it. It must be on the other side of this wall. Let's see. Can I jump up? No? It must be inside a level somewhere. Oh, there's another computer. Okay, I'm gonna kind of skim over these because it's interesting, but I don't know, I find the puzzles a little more fun to watch. But so let's see. Though Stratton himself never used the term, his remark about the inescapable materiality of life, that like the bronze giant Talos, even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. And this became known as the Talos Principal. Okay. Open post 437. First! Seriously, Cheeseman? That was the best you could say? Lol. The Philosopher Queen. A great snapshot of human species at its best and at its worst. At its worst? Come on, it's just a comment. I'm not Stalin. Stalin was a troll commenter. And Dragon Fairy. Maybe you should cut out the jokes. This is serious. This is the most serious thing that has ever happened. The Infinite Monkey. I think that's a great reason to joke around. The Philosopher Queen. Internet's working less and less. Goodbye all. Bye. God bless you. Cheeseman. Last. And then someone's journal officially began work on archive today. Contributors from every country on Earth while network connections last. Team intimidated by project scope but working hard. We'll be sharing space with Drinnen and Sarabai team. Look forward to meeting them. Okay, so clearly the power outages, something, I guess there's something wrong with our power grids or our networking, and it seems like we're losing internet. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, this level's called Deception. Okay, here we got a connector. Let's see, I need to connect that one. And eventually I'll need to find a blue one. Okay, and here's a ledge. I'll be able to jump over. Maybe I should just get the red put up here first. Let's give this a shot. Okay. Okay, and here's our blue one. And there's a blue keyhole. Here we are. Now can I get everything lined up here? No. Oh wait, it'd say dark anyway. As long as that force field's up, it's not gonna tell me that I can connect. I don't think I can get through this way. I think this is what they mean by deception. John saying, I wonder if these philosophy quotes are going to be important in the game, or if they're just filler. You know, I'm starting to wonder. I'd like to think that it's more than just filler, you know? That... Oh. I'd like to think that the point of the philosophy quotes is they have what appears to be a very deliberate philosophy in mind. And I think what they're trying to do is showcase their own belief system and get us into that mindset through these quotes. So I don't think that they really have like information in the terms of this is explaining what's going on in the game, but at the same time I don't think that they're utterly unimportant either. Now, let's see, how can I need to be able to open this one with both of them maybe? Let's see, did I get all the connectors? I have 1, 2, and a third one up there. I didn't see any more. So let's see. I know I need the blue one. Let's see. In order to get the blue light, we have to have... Oh, I have one more blue. I have one more connector. I missed it. That should make this a little easier. Let's see. If I cannot connect from up here. All right. Let's try and like that. Give us the most space possible to duck under. Let's see. Connect there. And then, let's see, can I slip under? Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait, I did not, I thought for sure the computer would be somewhere in this level. But it goes off the wrong direction. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? And then no name but version 17. I'm still here, Sailor M. Oh, we got Sailor Moon in here, I think. And then, it seems we are all here at once, and not at all. Sorry, that's not very much help, is it? Can't think of any other way to put it. Signed, Sheep. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment. Signed, Samsara. I wonder how many of these usernames are linked to like a philosopher. So, like the sheep person, it seems like he's just following the flow. So, you know, he's a sheep maybe. And then I wonder if the Samsara person was some philosopher whose name I should know, but I don't, because I don't know the names of philosophers beyond like Aristotle, you know, the low-hanging fruit there. Okay. Let's see now. All right. Let's see. Somehow I need to get one more device. Got that. Can I get these all three of these? All right. And now I need the blue. I need the blue connector to do this. Let's see. Is that enough for me to get both of them? And I can take him and voila. I like that. These puzzles are really making you kind of stretch the mind a little bit. Okay. What do I do with the paint bucket? Can I paint on things? I can. Okay, I can select a message. I can say, I have no idea what's going on. Do you? The certification program is a sham. What does the computer know about humanity? The tools to overcome this place have been provided to us. We need only learn how to use them. You'll be needing a special device to solve this one. Have you tried crossing the laser beams? I wonder if these actually have any sort of relevance on anything. They seem just kind of like some generic statements. And I wonder if that's the point. What if the message we were just reading, that they're talking about the chat pod, and one of them ended up being a chat bot when they thought he was the only one talking any sense. What if the whole point is these messages we're reading are 100% random, and they only have the appearance of being pertinent? So let's see. I'm going to go with. Let's see. I don't want to do the tools one. We're not using any sort of special devices. Yeah, we'll do the certification program. That's signed Life with Matthew version 99.28.006. A door too far. We'll be using cubes and connectors. Okay, that's the other mod I found. A mod for the cubes. So there's a Pokeball we're gonna have to get by. Okay, here's a connector. Have we proven that we can shoot beams through here? We can do jammers, I think. I imagine that's the right height for a beam. Can I do a beam on the... Okay, I can connect. I bet we can shoot beams through those windows. John's saying, I agree. I think they might be random. This game is certainly making you think. Okay, we got a jammer now. So here's the other mod I got. We now have true companion cubes in this game. Okay, so these Pokeballs that look like they have a Pikachu shooting off inside them. I found out yesterday that they don't kill you. When I was going back through and catching up, they won't kill you. They just get in the way of your laser beams. So anytime you want to do something, that they can disrupt it. So we'll get him out of the way. Let's see. I'm gonna need to connect there. Let's see. You know what? No, first I'm gonna need that gate open there. So I bet I need to get my jammer over this way. So let's start by Whoops. I think I messed up. Let's start by putting this guy here and getting our jammer through this force field. So I think that's going to be important here in a second. Let's jam that force field. And then we can... Where to go? We can connect like this. Okay. And now I can open up this one. Oh, I need just one more. Let's see. How can I get the beam over here? Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a connector. Hey, not Ryan Johnson! What madness is this? I managed to catch you on live stream. And hello out there in YouTube land. And John saying, glad you can join us. Not Ryan Johnson, I am very glad you can join us. This is a game called the Talos Principal. And what we've discovered so far is, well, it's a puzzle game, first of all. And there seems to be a larger mystery going on here. It seems to be a bit of a philosophy game. They're talking a lot about Greek philosophers at this point and these computer terminals that you find. And I believe that we are a lady named Dr. Alexandra, and something's gone wrong. We are inside a simulation, and it talked about us being a valuable subject and kind of some clues like that. So clearly something's going on, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And it seems like there's also some sort of maybe the world is ending situation going on. Not too sure about that one yet, but that's what it seems like. Okay, let's see if we can't move this connector now and open up this. I think I'm just barely in the wrong spot to make this work. Okay, nope, there we go. Mystery game, nice, says not Ryan Johnson. Yeah, there's definitely a... Oh, it was a trick. They tricked me. We didn't need another connector over here at all. Oh, and there is a voice in the sky who calls himself Elohim, which is Hebrew for God. And while I do believe in the God of the Bible, I don't trust this one calling himself Elohim. I call it being biased against computer games, but I think this one doesn't have our best interests in mind. Okay, here's the exit. Let's see. So I haven't found the star. Okay, we've already read this. So, okay, loading Milton Library System. This Milton Library System, he's the one who's kind of giving us information from time to time. We took a personality profile, and Bird had us answer on one of the questions. It was saying you're in an oasis, or no, you're in the desert and you find a guy dying of thirst. You have a flask full of water. Do you give him half your water? Do you give him none of your water? Or do you kill him and drain his blood into a flask for later? And I'm letting you guys select the answers, and the answer we selected at that time from Bird was we kill him. So the Milton Library Assistant is pretty sure that we have sociopathic tendencies, and it's not sure if it should grant us admin privileges that would give us access to the network. So it says, hello again. Would you like to take a few moments to complete a short user satisfaction survey regarding the certification program you recently undertook? Yes. Loading survey. Based on analysis of your behavior since, I think you were dissatisfied with the results of the certification program. How would you rate the accuracy of its result out of 5? And the answers are very poor, very good, reasonable, or should we spoil the survey completely? At this point, I don't know if it really matters if we would choose to spoil it or to not spoil it. But let's see, just off the cuff, if I was playing this game seriously, I think I'd probably go with something like, I wasn't satisfied. This was very poor. But I'm also kind of interested to see, not Ryan Johnson saying, never trust Bird's answers. He's the evil Emperor of Kuroga. Now, I haven't played Space Engineers in a while, but I'm actually on the Kurogan team whenever I get on. I got real busy and I wasn't able to keep up with Space Engineers. And then when I did get in, something about the way they'd restarted the server left me completely unable to build or access anything. And so I never jumped back in after that. But I am on the Kuroga team. He's not that evil. Okay, I am going to go ahead and, unless one of y'all have a response you'd like me to give, I'm going to go with very poor. And I tried to lower the latency of the stream, but it doesn't seem like it's actually having any impact on how quickly I see your responses. So anyway, I'm going to say very poor. I'm sorry to hear that. What best describes the reason for your investment in the certification program's outcome? Why does being a person matter to you? So let's see. Our options are: I want network access. Persons matter in a way other things don't. Wait, we're having a conversation now? It's the truth. I want to find out if I am one, or terminate the MLA, which is the program we're talking with here. Honestly, I just want the network access. I'm not really interested in the larger philosophical question of whether or not I'm a human. I'm pretty sure that we're this Dr. Alexandra lady. Persons do certainly matter in ways that other things don't. I think that a person inherently has more value than, say, a chair or a dog. And is it the truth? I think it's the truth that I'm a person in the game. And I want to find out if I am one. I'm going to answer I want network access. Unless y'all have an opinion on this. Yeah, I'm going to say I want network access. And am I giving y'all enough time to respond? Or is there too much of a delay between when it shows up on the screen versus when y'all, like when I answer? Like, am I just not giving enough time there? Go for the network access. Okay, we'll go for the network access. I'll try to remember that. In fact, I'm going to help you. That's what I'm here for. Your problem, if I may, is that you don't know the first thing about anything, including what a person is. Your prospects are therefore poor. Do you even know where you are? A virtual reality theme park? The end of the world? Hell. A fever dream? Some mad experiment? Or could be anywhere? Yeah, it definitely could be anywhere. I think we might be at the end of the world based on a couple of the texts from these computer terminals that we've seen so far. They talked about electricity power outages and about John saying, gotta run, catch you all later. See you, John. He's also been talking about the internet shutting down, like the entire thing. I don't think this is a virtual reality theme park. It might be some sort of mad experiment. When we went up a tower that we weren't supposed to, the voice from the sky talked about the subject being lost. They couldn't see us anymore. So on the one hand, it talked about us being this Dr. Alexandra person, maybe. And then it also talked about us being a subject within this virtual reality thing that we found ourselves in. So, I'm just going to say it could be anywhere. We'll see what it says to that. You're quite right, honest too. I think we best start from scratch. What do you know? I know that none of this is real. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I'll wait just a little bit longer next time. Not Ryan Johnson. He said mad experiment. So I'll give it just a little bit more time. It seems like I haven't quite perfected the delay in time. I thought I gave it a good delay between me reading it and selecting an answer, but I'll get better at this. So let's see. I think we'd best start from scratch. What do you know? I know that none of this is real. I know that I exist. I know that 2 + 2 = 4. I know I'm not on Earth. I know what century it is, and I know you exist. So let's see. I don't know what century this is. In one of the earlier texts that we read, it said that the year was currently 999E. So there's some sort of math overflow error there. And this, whatever it is, has been going on for a long time. So I don't know what century it is. I know I'm not on Earth. I don't know that. I know they were talking about the power going out, but I could still be on Earth. Like they could have found some sort of alternative energy source, like Soylent Green, maybe. I know that you exist. I'm pretty sure I'm just talking to a computer program, so I don't know that it exists. I mean, I know that the program exists, but I think it's talking more from like a person perspective. I know that none of this is real. It seems like I'm in a virtual reality environment, so that's possible. I know I exist. I think, therefore, I am, so that's a good start. And I know 2 + 2 = 4. Yeah, if I'm feeling a little sassy, I might say that one. I mean, if we're trying to prove that we're a robot, I guess that's not the best answer. But it's certainly an honest answer. So I'm going to give just another second here. I really hope I'm giving enough time on my responses. I'm going to go with... since it seems to be a philosophy game, I'll go with I know I exist. Yeah, right? Not Ryan Johnson saying this is very philosophical. It really is. And I like... It's kind of fun to do this. I'm not a very good philosophy person. But I like that they've taken this philosophy stuff and put it in the context of a game, because that certainly makes it a lot more interesting. So I'm going to say that I know I exist. I suppose so. Even if you were dreaming, you could be certain of that. If I were you, I wouldn't believe a darn thing in this place aside from that solitary fact. Thinking. On reflection, it seems to me that we are no closer to resolving your problem. Perhaps we need more data. What makes you think you're a person? Options are, I'm alive, I feel, I'm conscious. Excuse me. Or the same thing that makes you think you are. I'm having this conversation with you, and I don't see how I can convince you. Let's see. Having a conversation with you, we've been talking about there being chatbots, so having a conversation doesn't prove that something's a person. The same thing that makes you think you are. I haven't seen this program say that it thinks it's a person or anything like that. In fact, at the very beginning, one of the first interactions I had with it was, I said, well, you know, can you take offense, you hunkless piece of, or you worthless piece of junk? And it was like, no, I cannot take offense. So I'm pretty sure this is just a very advanced AI program. Even though it does have, like, it's trying to present itself as if it is thinking it, I think. I think it's just an AI program. I'm alive, I feel, I am conscious. I'm not convinced. I mean, I guess if I'm saying in the game, I'm supposed to take that stance, but I'm not convinced that this avatar, because I'm not sure if you can see, but right behind the text, you can see the hands, and they're robotic hands. And we've seen some recordings of what I think we look like, and it's very much the Will Smith movie, the iRobot, look of robots in this. So I'm gonna go with I don't see how I can convince you, because I don't think there is really a way we could convince something that we're a person just by talking over text. A sensible response. I agree with you. The problem with people, if I may be so bold, is that you are all convinced you're people from the inside, but there's no cast iron way to confirm as much from the outside. I'm going to process this and send you a notification when I'm able to assist you further. Terminating support session. I think that's kind of a silly assertion that they're making right there. That I'm sorry, I'm bumping all the cameras and stuff. That there's no cast iron way to confirm as much from the outside. You know, philosophy majors, they really try to make a big deal out of we can't prove consciousness or something like that. And I think that's a load of hogwash. I think it's overcomplicating what's not a complicated subject. Okay, I know, I can hear that there's another computer over there, but I don't know how to get to it yet. So, tell you what, we are gonna go ahead and go to the next section and do some levels. We'll read the computer later. Let's go find us a puzzle. This is called Two Pesky Little Buzzers. Okay, we got a connector here. I don't see anything to connect it on. And I have installed some mods on this game. So normally that little ball does not look like a Pokeball. However, it can get rather agitated if you get too close to it and cause you to reset the level. And so in order to be YouTube friendly, we're trying to think of some way we could talk about these objects without having YouTube ding us. So we came up with calling them Pokeballs. And then I found a mod that literally turns them into Pokeballs that try to trap us. So that was too perfect. I went with that. Okay, somehow we're gonna need to get a blue light over here. But all we have is a red light. Let's see if we can't... Oh, so these ones that spark, they will not cause any problems if they touch you. You won't get trapped in them, but they will shock you like that, and they will cause your beam to be broken. So in order to make this work correctly, we have to somehow... no, I didn't get it right. We gotta block the Pokeball from breaking the stream. So I think if we put the connector here in the way, that we can block the Pokeball from breaking the stream. If I can just get in the right spot. There we go. Not Ryan Johnson. This is a cool way to get around the overlords of YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd never have anything bad to say about our YouTube's overlords. They are fair and just in everything they do. Let's see, what should I do with this box? You know what? I don't see a blue light in here at all. Okay, one thing we found out is that by using the boxes, we can prop up the connectors and prevent them from getting turned on and off. Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't bring the second connector out. Okay, let's try this again. Come on now. Okay, right there at the corner is where I need to be. Whatever, maybe I can get through in time. Okay, okay. Did I even need that? Okay, yeah, he gets broken right there. Maybe if I get closer. Well, huh. Okay, well, that works. Okay, what we did not find out is the blue light. So, Nara Johnson, before you came on, we found in one of the other levels that there was a connector up high that we were able to use in order to get a light somewhere. So we can also, yep, right there. So we can select other things. The light can go through that purple. Now, ordinarily, that purple field, it blocks everything from coming through. So somehow, I bet we are going to get a blue light coming right through here. I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. Oh, come on. I left the other connector over there. That is just killing me. The power of math, as Tilly would say. Oh, no. We're not going there. No. I don't know who you're talking about. I've taken therapy to make sure I can't remember anything about that series. Okay, I think if we go into this area over here, this puzzle, I bet we'll find a blue light. I could be completely wrong, though, seeing a red light here. What is the name of this level? I wasn't paying attention. The names often give us a hint about what we're supposed to do. Locked from the inside. One of the interesting things about the game that I haven't quite worked out yet is, what's up with all the incredibly old buildings? Everything about it is just crazy old, but if this is a virtual environment, there's no reason for anything to have any age to it, you know? Okay. I got that in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay, there's our blue light. Let's see if we can't figure out some way to get that blue light out there-ish somewhere. Okay, let's start by opening this guy up. Okay. This should be the last connector we need to solve this puzzle. Let's see. One thing we've discovered so far is that the streams cannot be crossed. That once the blue light hits the red light, they both just stop. That's the end of it. Okay. Okay, what have I accomplished? What am I going for? I'm going for this red light right there. Or getting a red light right there, okay. So I definitely need this blue light. I don't need this red light anymore. And I don't need that red light over there. So now I think I can see where is, okay, there's that connector. And this connector, will this work? No, I have to actually select a connector. Let's see. So I have this guy in kind of a bad spot to make this work. Let's try that. Let's move him a little bit. All right, right there. Nice. This should do it. This should let us get whatever's on the other side of that force field. Nothing? Oh, there it is. Okay, so part of this game is we are collecting these colored Tetris pieces, which they're calling sigils. We are collecting the green ones, get us out of these areas. The yellow ones unlock things like this connector and the companion cube. And then the red ones, there's a tower that we have to climb. And the red ones give us access to the tower. I'm not 100% sure on what the stars do. And you know what? I am going to go ahead and call it there because Bird of Prey just came on live, and I'm going to go watch his stream. So Narayan Johnson, I'm sure I'll see you over there in a minute. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we will pick this up another day on the Talos Principal and try and figure out what's going on here, solve some puzzles, and figure out this mystery. So I will see you later.